When I was a kid, one of my favorite summertime activities was lying in the cool green grass under a big maple tree with my cousins as we looked up at the clouds and talked about, even argued about, what shape they seemed to be taking on. Oh, that one looks like a bunny. And over there's a dragon. And, oh, that one looks like a clown pulling a carrot. The discussion would eventually roll into what we thought the clouds might become, not as they appeared, what they were now, but what they had the potential to become. That got me thinking about the Bible and the stories in the Bible and how God often chooses the most unlikely people to fulfill his will. A 500-year-old man named Noah to build an ark. He then took a barren woman, Sarah, and said she would be the mother of his people. And then a deceptive and lying Jacob, he chose to lead his nation. And then a stuttering Moses to free them from slavery, and a shepherd boy named David to become king and ruler of his people. He chose a poor peasant woman to become the mother of his one and only son, and then took this ragtag team of tax collectors and uneducated fishermen to become his disciples, and a cruel and legalistic Saul to be his apostle to the Gentiles, and me. He chose even me, a redneck from central Pennsylvania, to preach his word. And why? Well, because God doesn't see us as we are, but he sees us for what we have the potential to become. Like clouds, he looks down upon us and he says, well, there's Rick, and I know he looks like a landscape architect, but I can see him becoming this. And we all need to look at people like that. We need to ask God to allow us to see with his eyes, to see people as he sees them. I'm sure we all know people that we look at and think they're just a good for nothing, but can we look beyond their surface level appearance and see what they have the potential to become, and then pray for them and even help them and mentor them into becoming all that God has created them to be? And so the next time you look at people, whether they're old or young, rich or poor, whether they are productive or lazy, faithful people or faithless people, whether they are, as we understand them, to be good or bad, let's try to look at them and see that group of people as clouds, and not what they appear to be to us right now, but what they have the potential to become. May God's blessings be with you. Amen.